Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Checking In. I'm Leon Thomas with Miranda Kitterlin Lynch. Welcome to the show. Hi, Miranda. How are you?
Hey, Leon, I'm great. It's another day in paradise, getting close to the end of the year. I told my daughters, I said, you know what? This is the last week of school for the whole year to get them excited. And of course, one of them knew what I was saying and said, whatever, mom. And the other was like, really? For a whole year? And I was like, no, just for the end of this year.
Oh my, that's a good one. That's good. That's good for the whole year. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
technically.
We did.
Any big racquetball things happening for you to close out the year? Or are
Well,
you
we
guys on a
we
break?
we had a big event about 2 weeks ago. Did I talk to you about that? I don't know if we talked about that here on the show. The Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour had a tour stop in Severna Park, Maryland, which is just south of Baltimore. And for the last 6 or 7 years, they have conducted a clinic just for the players in our racquetball program. And
Amazing.
again, folks, our program is called Racquetball Revival. Go to the website racquetballrevival.com. You'll learn about the program. It's way more than racquetball. We offer tutoring, counseling, mentoring. It's all free, and we're all volunteers who work in the program. So the Ladies Professional Tour, these are the top 20 lady racquetball players in the world come here
Amazing.
to play, and they do a clinic for our kids. So that clinic was on a Wednesday night. As we were leaving, the commissioner of the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour, TJ Bamba, came to me and said, we have an opening for an exhibition match tomorrow. We need another player. Who's your best player? Would they like to participate? I'm like, well, of course they will. They're very well coached. Of course, yes, he does. And so the young man, Karan, you actually met him this summer as he produced some shows with us on Checking In. He played with professional players, 3 games
Wow.
with professional players. It was just a tremendous experience. And he hung in, he looked good. So I'm very, very proud of him. So that's the big highlight. And one of our other players produced the ladies championship and the ladies both championships, actually the singles and doubles championships. He produced them for the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour on YouTube.
Oh my
One
gosh,
of our
that's
kids.
so cool.
Yeah.
I love what you guys are doing for these kids because I think you have such an amazing opportunity to impact so many aspects of their lives now and moving forward. So I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
incredible.
Thank you for asking, and we feel very blessed to be able to do that. Yeah.
Amazing. So I
So
think we're going to have a great show. Show number 167 was last time, so this is going to be 168.
right on. Yeah, show number 168. It is. It is. Now
And
67.
no,
168.
no,
No, it's not it. I can't see that in there.
I heard it so many times.
67.
No. This
No.
morning, my daughter said, Mom, can you make me a 6-7 pancake? And I was just, I don't even know what it means.
What did you do with a 6-7 pancake? What did you do?
Well, I'm going to try to pour the batter into a 6-7. And then I thought, you know what? It's like 6:07 in the morning. I'm not going to get that creative. So I just took the syrup and wrote a little 6-7 on it and then just went about the morning. But
Right
it
on.
made her so happy.
Right on. Works
So
right on.
our guest today, he has been on our show previously, but of course, with a rapidly changing world and a rapidly changing landscape, I know that he's going to have new stuff to share and new things that he can teach us about. I will tell you, and I don't care who hears it, he is my favorite person of all time to work with and work for. I am a very big fan.
I'm blushing if you can't tell.
And reverse aging. So,
Wow, that's a secret for that one.
welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Leon, for inviting me to be on the show. I'm Dr. Michael Cheng. I'm the Dean for the Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism Management at Florida International University. And I'd love to hear about these 6-7 pancakes. I kind of got the sense that maybe you made 4 or 5 pancakes and now they're asking you to upgrade a little bit to 6-7 perhaps.
So I don't know what my kids are telling me it's brain rot, but the kids love saying 6-7, 6, and I don't know what it means. I don't even care what it means at this point.
Average. It means average, so.
Is that really what it is? Okay, well, I can guarantee you my pancakes were average. They were nothing above average today.
You put a little extra love into it.
Yes, everything made with love. So I want to ask you, before we jump in, I know that you've been on our show before, so we'll ask you a couple of new questions, but what right now are you seeing in hospitality education? What's the big conversation? What's the big topics, trends, etc.?
I think it's the biggest issue today is AI. As there's so many conversations around it. Like how do we ensure that our students, even ourselves, are ready for this, for all things AI? And just to be honest, I'm looking forward to my break here because I have some work to do. About 3 years ago, we finished the revision of a textbook, and we released it in January or February of 2024. And I'm looking at it earlier this year. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I need to do another revision. Now, usually don't do textbook revisions that fast, but because of AI and how fast it has evolved and the revolution of it, I need to make sure that it's up to date. So that's my project for the next couple of weeks. So AI does keep me up at nights.
Yeah. So I think that you have a really cool perspective on AI, and it's one that I've heard from some of our previous guests as well. Within the educational space, I hear a lot of people complain about AI and say that it's ruining education, it's ruining the opportunity to learn. There's a big group of people that are not big on AI, but your perspective is what?
It's really about embracing AI so that you can be more efficient, and you can be better at what you're doing. And I think it frees you up to do the things that you really care. For us in hospitality, I see AI as a catalyst. It really does help us move the mundane stuff out of the way so we can focus on the business, on the real business at hand, which is proper hospitality. Now, at the end of the day, we still live in a human-centered world, right? We still have all these touch points. We still have all these interactions. But if we had AI and we embrace AI, we can be much better at it. Just imagine you walk into a restaurant. They already know what your favorite location is. They already know what you like, what you're most likely to order, so they won't run out. They know who you are walking in. That's all AI. The immense amount of data out there, and AI is able to process it a lot faster today than we have been able to use manual research skills and research tools in the past. So I'm all for AI, and I think our students and our faculty and staff are going to be very AI fluent in this coming year in 2026.
Yeah, absolutely. I use it all the time, every day. And I've said it previously to Leon. I use it to increase my communication efficiency. Mm-hmm. So if there's something that I know that I want to explain in class, for example, I'll use it to help me brainstorm. Could I explain this to someone whose first language is not English? Could I do a better job of explaining it to them? Yeah. Could I do a better job of explaining things to my second grader?
Yeah, it makes you so much better at what you're doing. And there was a phrase I heard on TV not too long ago. It was by the CEO of NVIDIA, the chip company. And because there's all this fear about, oh, AI is going to take our jobs. And he said, well, AI is not going to take a job. It's the person who uses AI who's going to take your job. And it's so true. It just makes you more efficient. It gives you a leg up over the next person.
Yeah, I love that. That's fantastic. Leon?
In regards to AI, Michael and Miranda, let's go back down memory lane here for a second. The last couple of years, discussion's been about AI, just as we're having now. What do y'all recall as that new trend, that new thing from 4 or 5 or maybe longer years ago that our industry didn't accept? We didn't adapt to it. What do y'all remember? What do you recall back, again, 5, 6, 7 years ago, um, that maybe for those that are having a difficult time accepting AI, now we could refer them back to, oh, do you remember when? And now look where we ended up. What's something that you recall?
Well, I think in terms of something that's not tech or AI related, I think the word experience is very much an expectation today. You know, we we always say we're gonna be the benchmark for experiential education, and people are seeking experiences, and we need to make sure that our students can deliver on creating those experiences. But I think that is the currency today. It's not just we have to get there. I think we are there, and it's the same thing with AI. There's an expectation that you know how to use AI coming into whichever role you're going into, or even in your current role that you're AI fluent. I mean, it's I give my team some strange looks when they are not embracing AI, but I'm like, just you got all this data, you got all these emails. All you have to do is use AI, and you get a great summary, and you get a great itinerary agenda. It's like it's really does make your life easier. So embrace it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I like that AI fluent. Yes, yes. And it's also interesting that on a couple of the other shows that our company produces, the conversation has been around AI, and there have been many guests on those shows that said, I'm not using it, I don't use it, I hate it, it's a fad, and on and on. And I'm going, nah, I
It's
think you better get with it. It's here.
Yeah.
You better get
You know,
with it.
the thing that scares me is how fast it's evolving.
Yeah.
Just Chat GPT alone. I mean, what version? Oh, 5 point something today, and I think it started at 3 or 2 this year, right? So,
Yeah.
how many versions is iterated is learning, and I know there's concerns, with data privacy and not having the right guardrails, but those are all real issues that somebody has to address. So, knowing what AI can do for you and how to use it, I think is key versus we need to have all these rules created before we can use it. That's just a
Mhm.
little slow.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking, Leon, when you asked the question about what things that we thought were going to be fads, I remember in college, I had to take a 3 credit college course on how to use the internet and how to use
Mhm.
email. And I remember my professor saying something to the effect of, well, we don't really know if this is going to be a thing, but apparently we got to give you this class now. And I was just like taking a 3 credit college course on how to send an email. And I mean, I don't, other than a birthday card, I don't think I use any other form of mail for anything now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, my father embraced all things technology, right? We were the first family in our neighborhood here. Here's old. We were the first family in our neighborhood to have cable television, right? And we had like, I think it was like 12 channels at the time. But he was like, "We're gonna get it. We're gonna get that, right?" It's not a tech thing, but he made me have a phone in my bedroom. Of course, I had to pay the bill, but I had my own phone phone line there, right? CB radios. I could go down the whole thing that 35 millimeter cameras. He taught himself to use this, and he encouraged us to do that, right? And
Yeah.
so now I'm not afraid to touch anything, to give it a try. But I have friends, I have colleagues that like, oh, I'm not doing it. It's bad, and like you need to learn how to do this. And many of those friends work in the industry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm like, come on, you've got to get going. So I'm just looking for everything. That's why one of the reasons I asked y'all, what could we relate it to, because I want to communicate with my friends and say, do you remember when we did? Yeah, it's the same thing here. So
Yeah.
hopefully, everybody will get it and stay with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well, for
think
those of you, I'm sorry, for
I
those
was
of your
like,
friends who say it's bad, I mean, even if you think it's bad, you still should know it. Isn't that the first rule of warfare is know your enemy?
You
So,
gotta
yeah.
know it. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Dean Chang, you were saying?
I was gonna say Miranda probably relates to this as a professor. Back, way back when we first started teaching, right? There's all different ways that we can assess students, and immediately one of the ways I use the least is multiple choice questions. Not because I didn't believe in it, but simply because I was too lazy to write them. Because the content, and then to try to word a question and then to give them options A to E to choose from, like, man, that takes a lot of work. You know what does really well today with AI? Oh my God, like 1,000 bank multiple choice questions, just
Yes.
like that.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
And by no means are we saying leave it at that. You have to actually read and make sure the questions and answers
Yes.
make sense. So the intelligence is not leaving us. We just have an assistant with it.
Yes.
Well,
No,
I think some will argue about the intelligence part.
I Miranda, I think you're aware that I teach 2 hospitality courses at the Community College of Baltimore County, and to come up with a quiz for one of my courses, I used AI, and I developed a 20 question. Well, AI developed a 20-question quiz, and I read through the questions and went, "Yeah, this is cool. Right on. This is good. This is good." Right. So I put it in our platform. I send it over, and we're going through it on a Zoom class, and all the answers were B. And the students, they're like, all these answers are B. Did you plan it that way? And I'm like, well, it just happened to come out that way. Like, where'd you get these questions? They're drilling down on me, right? And one of them goes, did you use AI for this? I go, yep, I did. I did. They said, well, can you tell AI not to let this same answer be relevant for all of them? Can you do that, please? Can you communicate with AI? And this guy, he's getting all animated on me. He says, that's why you shouldn't use it at all. So I'm like, oh, well,
That's not the
busted.
right response. You should use it, but you give it better prompts.
Right. Better
And
prompts.
that's exactly what you wanted to do.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
other thing I see happening too in our industry, in hospitality, is consolidation. And I think consolidation requires collaboration. And this is where we're the second largest in the country for hospitality program. But it doesn't mean we're the only player in the whole room. There are other players in the world, in the country, and we don't know everything ourselves. And so we need to collaborate with other people. And I believe by collaborating and by sharing resources, we can make our industry stronger. We can make our mark, and make us different from other programs who may be trying to take us over, like the ones that are in the College of Business. So, and I say that because I met a guy recently at one of my conferences, and he formed an association. This is I think in Australia. So he started saying how like 20 years ago there was like 30 or 40 different hospitality and tourism programs, and today there's one left in the country. I'm like, what happened? So, well, they just all got consolidated in the colleges of business. So that really put a fear in me. I'm like, here in the U.S., we like our independence, but I think we need to start working together. So I came back and I reached out to my colleagues at there's a total of 7 named hospitality schools in the country. And I reached out to them and say, hey, I think we all need to get together and have a conversation. Right? And everybody was very open to it. And we had a great meeting too. We talked not about self-preservation, but really there's power in collaboration, power in sharing, power in like sharing data and what we know. And we're all located in different geographic regions around the country. So I think it also sends a strong message to our industry, to our industry partners as well, and say, look, we could be the model for the rest of the country. So I'm saying that because I really believe there is true value in working together as opposed to working in silos.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you think about it, coming together, sharing best practices, sharing ideas, it's only going to create a better, more prepared labor pool for the industry, right?
Yeah.
So, what is it? A rising tide lifts all boats. So, yeah, everybody wins.
Yeah. Even those that people might think are competitors for us, they're not really competitors. So just this week alone, I had a meeting with another school up in the Northeast, the Culinary Institute of America, who I respect very much. They are the preeminent culinary institute, culinary educators in the whole country, in probably the whole world. And I reached out to them. I said, we are studying this initiative on cruise, for the Cruise Excellence Center, and because of where we're located at, and you all have very strong expertise and very well known for your culinary and your food and beverage program, I think we should talk. And they were very open to the idea. So here's us, FIU, a public university. Think about that. They're collaborating with a private university for the same cost. That sends a message to the industry that we play nice, we play in the same sandbox, and it's better for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I love it. All right, so we've talked about AI, which is obviously the biggest discussion in education. Is there anything else that you see happening in or around our educational space that we should be on the lookout for, good or bad?
I think there is a concern. My recruiters have been talking about this enrollment cliff for a while now. There's that concern. I'm not sure if it's coming, but I think the data is pointing towards it. But what I think is also relevant to be considered is the preference for shorter, more immediate style of education, as opposed to thinking like 4 years. I need to go to college for 4 years to get a degree. I've always questioned, okay, at some point somebody said, your bachelor's degree is going to take you 4 years. It used to be 128 credits. And then somebody says, well, that's hard to divide by 4 years. So they made it 120 credits, just like that. So if somebody can say you can go from 128 credits to 120 credits, my question is, who said it had to be 4 years to begin with? There are 3-year baccalaureate models out there. There are programs to get you trained, like the associate's degree, get you trained for what you need. And I think the preference today from a younger generation of learners is they want to learn the skills that they need and go get a job right away and apply it. And then I think we should give them stackable credentials. We should train them and allow them to grow and then come back for more training. So it creates this lifelong learning model.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of my favorite things about your leadership style. I hate this mentality of that's the way it's always been done, right? Because we don't live in a world in which it's always been done this way, right? We just talked about all the changes that we've seen happen in our experiences alone. So
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. And I'm thrilled too with our current president, who's relatively new in the position. She started in February of this year, so she'll be coming up to a year now. But she brings such a breath of fresh air. Her perspective as a former state policymaker, lawmaker, and being the former lieutenant governor, and what she brings to the office here at FIU is so refreshing. She's questioning all those rules and policies and regulations. I'm like, yes, somebody's finally asking why. Why do we do that? Like, I don't know. Somebody wrote it down years ago.
I love that. Leon, is it time for our signature questions, or did you have anything else?
It is time, but
Uh-oh.
I want to comment on what y'all were just talking about on the why we do things, right? I have just totally lost count on the number of hotels at the front desk who use 8 hour scheduling blocks, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. And
Why?
I ask why. And they go, "This is what we do." Why? And no one knows, right?
Yeah.
And when you say, you don't have a lot of checkouts today, the manager could actually, your front office manager, your AGM could actually cover the desk until around 11. You save 4 hours of payroll, right? Oh, we
Mhm.
can't do that. Why not? So when y'all said, you're the why thing, oh, yes, that hit home with me. Okay, that's kind of my rant for the day. Does that count, Miranda? Does that count as my
It,
rant?
it absolutely counts. All of your rants are valid. It was a mild one. I'm impressed.
You mean he usually goes off a little strong?
It's usually a bit more, just a bit more, but
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Dr. Cheng,
Yes.
do you have a pen nearby? If not, act like you do. Just
Yeah.
grab
Hold,
one
hold
here.
on. I do have a pen. Do I
You
need
have a
paper too?
pen. No, you do not need paper.
Oh.
We're gonna do a virtual signature. So hold your pen up here.
Wait. Are we doing Oz the mentalist thing?
Yes, that's it. Yes. Ready? It's now time for the signature questions of the show. Let's see that signature.
Oh, you mean I?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get that signature again and make sure it's there. All right. Now we're all set. Now, when you were with us before, did we have signature questions
I
back
don't
then?
think so.
Oh, good. Oh, this is good.
This
This
is
is good.
new.
This is good. Now,
This,
the video, the bump piece said 2 signature questions. We just don't want to change the music. We like the way everything is. We're not changing it.
But it's really 3
It's
questions.
actually 3.
oh wait, somebody can count.
Yeah. See, we wanted, maybe one day we'll get up to around 6, 7 questions. Maybe we'll
You should give the AI better prompts, and then you can create
There you
whatever he
go. There
says.
you go.
better prompts. There we go. All right. So here's the first question. Have you ever had a Maryland crab cake?
Yes, I have, and I
Wh-
love it.
Where? Where did you have it?
In a restaurant.
Which one? Where?
Or
Um,
which
Which?
geographic area?
Yeah.
I want to say it's one of my travels up in New York City in a restaurant. I don't remember exactly which restaurant, unfortunately. Does it not count?
Let's press the button. Eh,
Eh.
eh. In New York. That is
In New
not a
York.
Maryland crab cake. So you need to be in Maryland
Oh,
to have a
do,
Maryland crab cake.
do they make them different?
I don't know, but you have to be in Maryland to have a crab cake.
Leon is very passionate about this.
You,
Any other crab cake that you have anywhere in the world doesn't count. It has to
right.
be
Oh,
a Maryland crab cake in
Maryland.
Maryland.
In Maryland. If you had it in New York, you had a Maryland style crab cake in New York. Yeah, and this all started
I
with one of our guests who was in Kansas. Said, yeah, I had a Maryland crab cake the other day. Where? Kansas City. Shut up. No, you didn't. You did not. You did. All right. That's question number 1.
That's your second rant.
Yeah, okay. Okay. We'll accept that. All right. Here's the next one. Have you ever had bean pie?
oh what?
Bean pie.
No, I have not.
Right.
Is that a Maryland thing again?
It is not a Maryland thing. That is a for real, a bean pie. It's happening.
I had never heard of this, and I've had a meat pie, a crawfish pie, a tomato pie, a moon pie. Like a bean pie is like, I've never seen one in person. I cannot order one on Instacart. Like, I think it's a hoax. I think Leon is like perpetuating this false narrative. There are these bean pies out in the world.
We've had guests on the show that have confirmed they have had bean pie, they know about bean pie, they love bean pie, they make bean pie, they know where you can buy a bean pie. We've had guests on the show that have all confirmed this.
Okay, what kind of beans?
It's navy beans. Navy
Like,
beans
like
made
little
with
white beans.
yeah,
And
ma-
what kind of crust?
it's
Pie crust.
a pie crust. It's made with the consistency of a sweet potato pie or a pumpkin pie.
Is it a savory, small
It's
tarts, big
it's
pie?
it's sweet, typically smaller, 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches. I usually have one on the show, and my bean pie dealer didn't have any yesterday, so I didn't have any to put in the fridge to bring to the show today.
Ah,
But it's a happening thing. I
I
mean we've had a special episode of bean pie, right? We have a bean pie song. I mean that's
oh
how real it is.
We're
Yes.
gonna have to just start sending them to people, including me, because I actually have every ingredient I would need to make it in my kitchen. Maybe I'll attempt it today. Maybe today's the day.
Okay. Let us
what
let us know how it goes.
what's
I,
the flavor like?
like a
It's Go ahead.
cinnamon, maybe
Yeah,
cinnamon sugar.
it's more
Again, I
cinnamon.
don't know.
Yeah, it's more cinnamon, sweet. I can send you a couple of recipes, but
Interesting.
it is bean pie is happening.
All
Oh
right,
yeah,
we'll
oh
take
yeah.
your word for it,
And
Leon.
I think I jumped on the guy behind the bakery counter at Safeway yesterday. That's my dealer. I think I jumped on him kind of hard. I was like, "Where's the bean pie?"
Oh,
He's like, "What?" I said,
We're
"The bean
done.
pie. You don't have any over here." He's like, "I'm sorry, what?" Bean pie.
rant number 3.
Okay. All right. I'm done. Miranda has
All
some.
right, mine will be the easiest question of the show, and that is, if you could give your 20-year-old self one piece of advice, pearl of wisdom, or affirmation, what would it be?
Don't ride a motorcycle drunk.
Oh God.
It's very hard to balance. You only have to do that one time, and you realize, this is quite hard to balance.
Wow.
Excellent advice all around.
College, like you said, 20-year-old. So that was college, and I still remember. I don't know how I remember, but I remember like having the hardest time balancing the bike. And I was like,
Oh my God.
I made it home though. I didn't crash.
Oh,
Thankful for that. I remember my mother telling me all the time when I was young, don't ever get on a motorcycle. Don't ever get on a motorcycle. And I remember thinking, well, I've been on a million of them. I'm just not going to tell you. What's the big deal? And now as a parent, oh my God, the anxiety that it gives me about the thought of my child, much less intoxicated on a motorcycle. There you go, Leon. Sound advice.
sound advice. That occasionally we put together a montage of the answers to that question, right? It'll be great to throw that one in there, right?
Yeah.
Do this, don't do that. Do this, don't do that. Don't ride a motorcycle drunk. Right? Yes, I like it. I like it. Right
Sage
on.
advice coming from the Asian guy in Florida
I love
who
it.
didn't know the rules of the country.
Now you know. Now we all know.
We all know. Right on. Thank you.
Dean
Thank
Cheng, thank you for being with us. We always love having you on the show. I always love chatting with you. I always walk away inspired and having learned something. So
Oh,
thank you.
you.
Yeah, thank you so
I
much for
appreciate
being with us.
I appreciate the invite and love the conversation. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Leon.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Wow, that was a fun conversation. They all are, but that one had a special funness to it. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I love the idea of asking why. You know,
Yes,
why do we do that?
yes. And I taught my children this early on. I taught them to question authority, question why we do things, question everything, including me. Is it a mistake? I don't know. Is it exhausting? Yes. But yes,
Yeah,
we are raising questioners of the why.
yeah. I'm glad you're doing that because that it helps them learn, but it also does make authority think also, you know, why do we do that? Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Right on. This is a great show. So, folks, again, if you want to be on the show, you can contact me, Leon at leonthomasgroup.com, or you can contact Miranda. She's the only Miranda Kitterlin Lynch out there.
Only one.
People. So you can go to whatever search engine and ask Miranda Kitterlin Lynch, and she's going to show up.
Yep.
It's just that simple,
Yep.
right? So you
Very
can
easy to find.
get in touch with her right there. That's how you can do it. All right, folks. So we have another show under the belt. And everyone, we will see you next time on Checking In. Thanks for being here, everybody. Take